Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm coming to you today with the Showtime card preview for Saturday, February 20th. You know, that's coming up this weekend. Can't wait to see it. Should be, a decent card. You know, it's a return of Adrien Broner, former 4-division world champion. He's returning, taking on Jovian Santiago, I believe is his name. It's a 140-pound clash. We'll get into that one. I'm going to jump into the undercard first. But again, guys, if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Even is fine. I don't want anybody kissing ass. If you don't like my videos, give me a thumbs down. I'm perfectly okay with that. Leave me a comment, positive or negative. I would love to converse with you guys and get your opinions. And then also, if you really like my channel or you're interested in what I have to say and the information I give out, please subscribe to my channel. I'm very close to 100 subscribers, and I want to get there soon. So, that's it. All right, so let's jump into this card. We got a triple header, 3 fights to talk about. Let's jump into the opening fight on the card. A pretty good matchup at 140 pounds, junior welterweight. You're going to see former lightweight champion of the world, Robert Easter Jr., as he takes on Ryan Martin, contender. 1 loss on his resume. I like this matchup. I do. I'm really interested in it because Robert Easter is a very good fighter. He, his only loss came to Mikey Garcia a couple years ago when he attempted to unify belts. No shame in losing to Mikey. Mikey is one of the best. I still believe he's one of the most 12 must-see fighters in boxing. I give him a lot of props for moving to 147 and trying to make a name there. Robert Easter, he went 12 hard rounds with him. He tried, but he just could not figure him out. But since then, he had a very bad performance against what's his name? Rances Barthelemy, in what I believe was maybe the worst fight of all time, because neither guy really tried to win that fight. It was terrible. But he bounced back in October of 2019 when he debuted at 140, and he took on Adrien Granados, who was coming down from 147. And man, what a great 10-round fight that was. That was a really good fight, back and forth. Robert Easter decided to go toe-to-toe instead of using his height and boxing Granados. It was a close fight, but Easter walked away with the unanimous decision, and it was a nice debut at 140. Now, he hasn't fought since then. 16-month layoff is what we're looking at. And he's going in against a credible opponent, which I give him props for, in Ryan Martin. Ryan Martin hasn't really done much in his career. He hasn't. But this guy did fight in the World Boxing Super Series a couple years ago. He got knocked out against Josh Taylor, who went on to win the whole thing and is the current unified champ at 140 and #1. But that's the only loss on his resume. And he hasn't really fought anybody big. He does have a win over Breazeale Prescott. Veteran, was around years ago. Knocked out Amir Khan, but outside of that, he hasn't really done much. So, but he is a natural at 140. He's natural here. It's a good matchup. It really is a good matchup for Robert to see if he belongs at 140 pounds. I believe he does. I got Robert at number 6 right now at 140, and this is going to help his resume to build towards the top 5, taking on Ryan Martin. And Ryan Martin has an opportunity. A win over Robert Easter puts him in the top 10. It makes him a player, and we'll see. But should be good. I got Robert Easter winning a decision here. I think it's going to be a unanimous decision. But I wouldn't. I do think Ryan Martin could be a live underdog. I wouldn't count him out in this fight. Should be a decent fight. Now the co-feature. You're going to see heavyweights go at it. You got Dominic Breazeale, former 2-time world title challenger, taking on Wallin. Now, pretty good matchup right here. You got Breazeale. Breazeale fought in his last fight. He fought, I'm sorry guys, getting a little distracted here. Breazeale hasn't fought since he got knocked out against Deontay Wilder in the first round. He got blasted in that fight. He hasn't fought since then. He's coming in here against Wallin, who gave Tyson Fury a little bit of hell a couple years, in 2019. Gave him hell. And Wallin's not a pushover. He's tough. So it's an interesting heavyweight battle. I don't know if the winner gets to the top 10, but just watching two known heavyweights go at it. Breazeale, got knocked out against Wilder, and he's been knocked out against Anthony Joshua, who two of the top 3 heavyweights in the world. He's not a bad heavyweight, got decent skill set. I don't think he plays defense very well. So it should be interesting, but the fact that he's been off since that knockout loss, that's 2 years ago now, close to 2 years, and Otto Wallin not being a bad heavyweight, I think Otto Wallin's going to get him. I think he's going to stop him in the late rounds or get a decision over Breazeale, but it should be a fun fight. Heavyweights going at it, and it's on the co-feature, so shouldn't be bad. So check that out. Now the main event. The return of AB, Adrien Broner, taking on Jovian Santiago. I don't really have a lot to say about this. I think people know I'm not a big Adrien Broner fan, but, the guy, he does have a big name. He has a big enough name to headline a Showtime card right now, which, hey, it is what it is. Santiago, not really well known, undefeated, but young, hasn't been in the ring really with anybody credible. I think Broner should win this fight if he's on the level still. If he can still fight at a high level, he should win this fight walking away. I'm not going to predict the knockout because I don't really like to predict anything with Broner after his last performance against Manny Pacquiao a couple years ago. You just don't know the type of fight you're going to see. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna check it out, and I will watch it, but I think Broner's going to get either a middle to late round stoppage or a decision, and move forward, and we'll see what he can do after this. I hope it is an impressive win, though, and it's something he can build on to make him look like a threat moving forward so he could get a bigger fight with somebody, because he does have a big name, and, hey, I respect anybody as long as they respect the sport. Broner hasn't done that before. He has an opportunity to get back into the mix, because he has a big name, and we'll see if he can do it. So that's my take on him. So that's it. That's the Showtime preview for Saturday, February 20th. Make sure you check it out. Shouldn't be bad. All right, guys. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.